Typhoon's beard. That was a rough battle. Come on, Drake. We'll be beaten again if you don't get moving. Quit your jabbering and look around, Eagle. Only fools sail into uncharted waters blindfolded. What are you talking about? Orange Star did not attack Green Earth. But we saw what we were meant to see, and this goes beyond the battles in Green Earth. This entire conflict has been orchestrated from the beginning. But how? Quiet. Now, if I'm right, we'll have to turn the tides on our mystery foe. The best way to test my theory is to battle Orange Star again. You mean that wasn't Andy? Arrgh! My favorite, Fog of War. Bjorn, Andy, this is Nell. Can you read me? What's wrong? CO Drake has hit us again. We need you to come in and protect this missile unit. It's vital to Orange Star's strategic success. Watch out for the enemy battleship to the south. It's moving in to attack. I understand. I just have to protect this missile unit, right? You've got it. Don't worry about the cities or your HQ. 10 days, Andy. If you can keep that unit safe for 10 days, I'll take care of everything else. Don't let us down, Bjorn. This map right here is probably the easiest in the entire game. All we have to do is throw our little missile unit on a lander and then go hide the lander in a reef. That's it, literally. Although I move mine all the way to safety, but really once you hide in any reef, the AI stops looking for you. Bjorn, Andy, sorry to have kept you waiting. Nell, boy am I glad to see you. You really stuck it out, didn't you? CO Drake, if you want to continue this, you'll have to face me. Well, I'll be keel-hard. Nell and her troops have surfaced. We're outnumbered, we are. Time to pull anchor. Arr! It's impossible not to get a perfect speed rating on this map. Like I said, that's a rough opponent. Doesn't this old sea dog deserve some smooth sailing now and then? Drake, listen. About our earlier conversation. Ahoy there, Eagle. It's time for you to test the waters. Battle Orange Star yourself and see if my theory holds any water. I think you're right. Eagle, round 3. This will be the third time I've faced Eagle. It's about time to wrap him up for good. You know, I should be a sports commentator because I'm always saying something before the sports commentator is saying it. And here's another example, live. I'm gonna get him and make him tell me why he's been chasing me. I must be dreaming. Oh, Eagle is the man of Sammy's dreams. Andy, are you getting serious on us? Are you feeling okay, pal? You coming down with something? Give me a break, guys. I don't think you understand what it means to be me. This is an interesting level because it is pre-deployed, so we have to be a little bit careful and make sure that we protect our units. Eagle does have a fairly decent air force, and so we have to make sure that all of our non-fighter units are basically protected. As soon as we take out Eagle's fighters, all of our air units are pretty much nearly indestructible. So that's step 1. Step 2, honestly, due to the terrain, we can just very carefully either advance slowly or allow Eagle's troops to come to us where we could have a set up defensive posture and wipe them out. Either way, it's easiest to actually win this by sending a T-copter with an infantry to Eagle's headquarters and then capturing his headquarters. Although by the time you get there, typically most of his units are destroyed. And there it is. Come on, tell me, why have you been chasing me? Don't play the fool with me, whelp. Do you expect me to forget what you did to Green Earth? Huh? The look on your face during the assault. I'll never forget. Never! No, you're wrong. It wasn't me. What do you take me for, boy? I saw your face. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Why would I be out attacking other countries? Why? Very well, I'll take you at your word for the moment. There are Drake's thoughts to consider as well, but don't believe for a moment that I trust you. If I find out you're lying to me, you'll curse the day you were born. It wasn't me, I swear. Almost S. I think if I could have done that a day or two faster. Hello, Eagle. You're Sonia from Yellow Comet. What are you doing here? It wasn't Andy who attacked you, it was someone else. Do you know something about all of this? Yes, I do. I'll tell you who's pulling all our strings if you'll follow me. But I know what you're worried about. Go ahead and go with her. Are you sure it's okay? I'll take care of Green Earth for you, don't worry. That's what shipmates are for, right? You have my gratitude, Drake. I like the idea of getting a closer look at the Orange Star Army. I'll meet you again later. Watch yourself, Eagle. Battle Mystery. Ah, yes, this one. Bjorn, Andy, can you hear me? What is it this time, Nell? We've been able to outsmart C.O. Drake. One of his landers is carrying vital cargo and it's hiding in this area. It's up to you to flush it out and destroy it. Got it. I just need to find the lander and sink it, right? That's it! I think it's safe to assume that Drake's hiding in the reef somewhere. Go find him. The lander is actually hard-coded to be in the same reef every time, so once you know where it's hidden, most of the fun on this level is kind of spoiled, but at the same time you can mount an impressive march just for that one reef and then take it out, and this is probably the easiest course to get an S rank on the entire game. So that lower southern reef is what we want to rush for. So the strategy here is we can spread out our troops a little bit, but ultimately we need to bring the battleship down within range of that, and then we can promptly sink it. Arr, you got me. I didn't think you'd find me here, and I let my guard down. Commander Drake, would you please tell us why you've been attacking us? Haven't you sensed him? The person behind all of this fighting? Sonia and Grit have been trying to lure him out of hiding. Person behind all this? We've been trying to keep Sonia's movements a secret, so we staged these battles to draw his attention away from her. But I think we're finished now. It seems Sonia's found something. I'll be joining her as soon as I'm able, but I've got things to take care of in Green Earth. This is a difficult thing for me to ask. You don't have to. We'll help in any way we can. S-ranked, baby. Who is that? Olaf's invasion of Orange Star is where all of this began. During the attack, Andy was seen leading sorties on several countries. You saw him yourself, didn't you? So doesn't all this strike you as exceedingly odd? Well, now that you mention it, you see what I'm getting at? It would have been impossible for Orange Star to launch multiple offensives while trying to repel Olaf's attack. That's the anomaly I wanted to show you. Impossible. I'm getting angrier by the moment. It seems that our mystery foe has the ability to create human clones. I think it's safe to say that we've encountered several copies of Andy. Blast! This is terrible. I have some more stones to overturn, so I'll be going. What are your plans? I won't leave this madman on the loose. I'll find him and crush him. It's up to you then, Eagle. Hail the Prince of the Skies. Good luck. Someone's already fighting. I've got to help. Andy times 2. That's why I have to pick Andy on this fight. Eagle. Andy, please accept my apologies. I'm sorry I doubted you. What the? It's another me! Ah yes. That's the clone of you our enigmatic foe somehow constructed. Starting with Green Earth, he's attacked several countries. Are you serious? I've caused a lot of trouble for you, but I'd like to battle by your side. The green units are mine. Let me handle all of the enemy air units. It'll give you time to push straight ahead and storm the foe's headquarters. So this map is one of the most unique in the game in the sense that we actually have an ally, a guest. However, we have no control over how Eagle moves his own units. And looking at Eagle's Air Force, it's actually very impressive. Unfortunately though, it's controlled by the same artificial intelligence as everything else. So Eagle makes very frustrating decisions and choices, and a human player would be able to completely obliterate the black hole forces on this map. So it's a little bit frustrating. We don't necessarily have to work around Eagle's units because it's basically the case that it will take out all of the enemy bombers and possibly fighters, but at the same time we will still have to contend with the opponent's navy and land forces. So overall, the strategy here is we can either set up defensively and wait for the enemy to come to us, or we could also try to do what we can, send a infantry to the headquarters and capture it. So we've won for the time being. Here they come again. Cripes, there's no end in sight. You don't have time to waste around here. Leave this to me and go. I'm staying too. No, Sammy, you have to go as well. No, even you can't stand against this horde. You have no idea how powerful a foe awaits your friends. They can't face him alone. Go, Sammy, go! I understand. Watch your back. Ha! They'll soon find Eagle's no easy prey. Grit. Howdy, Sonia. How y'all doing? I finally got our foe by the tail. I need you to convey some intel to Andy and his friends. And what are you gonna be doing in the meantime, darling? I need to survey the situation. Don't worry, I won't do anything foolish. Father warned me to take care. You wouldn't be trying to pull the wool over my eyes, would you? Of course not. You'll go, won't you? Well, I reckon I have to. Stay put now, I'll be right back. Grit's always been more useful than me. Is this Enigma? Yes! Favorite level right here. Who's that? I guess that's our mystery foe. If we beat him, do you think my clone will vanish too? Yep, I don't think there's any doubt about it. We're counting on you, Bjorn. The reason I like this map so much is that you have land, sea, and air, the entire battle going on all at once. So I love it because you really have to manage your resources. Both air and sea units are very expensive, but the thing is you have to be fighting on all fronts. And if you spend too much money in one, unfortunately, maybe you will lose the battle on ground, or you'll lose at sea, or you'll lose at air. So you have to be very balanced. So the first thing that we have to do is make sure that we capture the base and possibly the seaport in the centermost part of the map here. If the enemy gets that, it is technically possible to win still, however it becomes extremely difficult to ship infantry there and capture this base. One thing that we have to contend with is the advancing land units will be right at our doorstep on our bridge and our headquarter island pretty quickly, and sometimes it's actually difficult to set up a defensive posture here because if we wait too long, the air and sea units will actually start to overtake us from all directions as well. Once we have beat off the initial land rush, we have to make sure that eventually we get to the southernmost base. This is an interesting strategic spot that's easy for the opponent to capture at the very beginning, but honestly by the time we capture that southernmost base, we've basically tipped the tide in our favor, and it's only a matter of time before we can defeat Sturm. Eventually we do want to get the only airport in the map, and another thing is we want to make sure if we are unable to get this airport that we make sure Sturm does not get this airport. If Sturm is able to start creating his own air units, this battle can get out of hand very quickly. Once we have land, sea, and air strategies going, then we can start to converge into Sturm's position. This battle is considerably easier due to the fact that Sturm does not have a CO power in this fight. Another thing that I really love about this map is that it's so big and so long that you don't have to worry about one specific error or one specific bad move destroying the entire run. You can just basically sit down and play the game. And that's kind of like in real life sports, you never play a perfect game, right? However, even with tiny mistakes, you can overcome them because you play the entire game. So in a similar way, this map is extremely fun to play, and in fact I also painstakingly recreated this tile by tile in the map editor, Design Maps, and played this many times with many COs with different combos, even playing as the black hole position or the orange star position, so I have many strategies figured out with this map. Once we get down to the end, we have the option of course, destroying every single unit or possibly capturing every property or, of course, capturing the HQ. There's a sense of satisfaction when it comes to capturing every single thing and then getting the headquarters last. But if you're going for a raiding, of course, you have to get the headquarters first. And that's all there is to it. What? Was that it? It looks like it's finally... And Andy, hey, it's Grit, long time no see. No time for that now, Junior. I found the snake's hiding place. Huh? Then this isn't... That's just the tip of the old boy's tail. Hurry. Sonia's in danger.